And headlines: Ethiopia and Azerbaijan push for bold defense industry development. And Ethiopia calls for adequate climate financing. Hello, this is ABC World, the voice of Pan-Africanism, coming to you live from Addis Ababa. And I'm Sintayo Tamrat with the news. Do stay tuned. Ethiopia and Azerbaijan expressed interest in expanding cooperation in the defense industry as senior officials from both countries held talks in Addis Ababa on Thursday. The two countries' push for closer defense industry collaboration became clear following the arrival of a delegation from Azerbaijan led by Defense Industry Minister Vugar Mustafayev for a working visit here in Addis Ababa. Mustafayev met with Ethiopian Defense Minister Aisha Mohammed and other senior officials to explore potential areas of partnership in defense manufacturing and technology. Aisha said Ethiopia is working to modernize and strengthen its defense industry infrastructure and is looking for partners that can support technology transfer, armament production, and industrial capacity building. She said Azerbaijan's experience in defense technology and manufacturing aligns with Ethiopia's ongoing priorities. Mustafayev said Azerbaijan is ready to work closely with Ethiopia, particularly in defense industry development, and expressed his country's interest in establishing a cooperative relationship in the sector. He also invited Ethiopian officials to visit Azerbaijan's military industrial facilities, according to the Ethiopian National Defense Forces. And the third East African Intergovernmental Authority on Development IGAD Annual Climate Change Journalists Award ceremony will be held in Addis Ababa on the 29th and 13th of November 2025. IGAD, in collaboration with the Ethiopian Ministry of Foreign Affairs, are expected to select and award nominated reporters on climate change. More than 400 journalists from across the continent participated, and 94 reporters from Ethiopia were included, according to IGAD representative in Ethiopia, Abau Bihoning. Ethiopia has been selected to host the program due to its successful work in promoting the green legacy and renewable energy, said spokesperson for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs Ambassador Nebiat Getachew. He further added that journalists will be coming to Ethiopia from different countries for the award ceremony, which alongside they will also be given the opportunity to visit various places in Ethiopia. The winners of the competition, which will be held in 8 categories, will also be awarded cash prizes. The annual IGAD media competition has previously held in Djibouti and Kenya and will be held in Uganda next year. Ethiopian Tourism Minister Salamait Kassa announced that visitors from the United Arab Emirates, Saudi Arabia, India, and China have started arriving in Addis due to promotional activities launched since last year to attract new tourists. The minister reiterated that more than 376,000 foreign tourists visited Ethiopia during the first quarter Ethiopian fiscal year, generating 1.4 billion USD in foreign exchange. The number of foreign visitors is 36,000 more than the same period last year, she said. She explained that the diplomatic relations Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed is establishing at the leadership and institutional levels are promoting Ethiopia internationally, which has helped to increase the number of foreign visitors, she added. Minister Salamai said that the increase in revenue from tourism is an indication that the efforts made last year to promote Ethiopia in the region are beginning to bear fruit. She also indicated that efforts are being made to promote embassies at investment forums held in various countries to further increase the number of foreign visitors. The minister also indicated that efforts have been initiated to create a new source of tourism income by properly utilizing the opportunities that Addis Ababa has as the seat of continental and international institutions. Ethiopia is pushing the global community for adequate and predictable climate financing, with Ethiopia's State Minister of Planning and Development, Siu Mekonnen, saying the country's COP32 hosting right reflects Africa's growing leadership in the climate action. Shagai Mato has more on that.
Ethiopia is taking significant measures to tackle the impacts of climate change, including the Green Legacy Initiative, clean energy transition, and the expansion of electric mobility. These efforts are already delivering results, positioning the country as a leader in the fight against climate change. Speaking at the ongoing COP30 Climate Summit in Belém, Brazil, Ethiopia's State Minister of Planning and Development, Siu Mekonnen, said the country showcased its climate leadership at the Second Africa Climate Summit held in Addis Ababa.
Ethiopia's leadership was showcased during the Second African Climate Summit, where the continent united behind climate action, climate finance reform, and green growth. Our contribution to African Climate Summit reflects its vision for a prosperous and climate resilient Africa.
He added that Ethiopia's decision to host COP32 is a testament to its bold climate action and unwavering commitment to global climate leadership, bringing the conference back to Africa, a continent he described as home of climate action. The state minister also called for enhanced and predictable climate financing, urging stronger international cooperation to accelerate climate solutions.
Ethiopia's decision to host COP32 is a testament to both our bold climate action and our unwavering commitment to global climate leadership, building on momentum of African Climate Summit, and we believe the COP is returning to its right home, Africa, the home of climate action. We stand ready to deliver our inclusive, impactful and solution-driven COP32.
An expert from Africa echoed the call, saying the continent has the commitment needed to act on climate change, but requires adequate financing to drive truly continental movement.
We have the talent and the commitment. What we now need is enhanced support, tailored financing, technology transfer, and equitable partnerships that recognize Africa as a co-leader, not a recipient. Together we can move from isolated successes to a continental movement driving sustainable transformation.
Being held from November 10 to 21, 2025, the UN Climate Change Conference, COP30, is expected to conclude today, with Ethiopia set to be officially confirmed as the host of COP32 in 2027.
And finally, the National Bank of Ethiopia has announced the schedule for its upcoming foreign exchange auctions, reinforcing its commitment to transparency and predictability in the forex market. The central bank today announced that it has allocated USD 100 million for the remaining month of the second quarter of the 2025-26 fiscal year, with auctions set for December 2 and 16, offering USD 50 million in each session. For the third quarter, spanning January through March 2026, USD 420 million will be distributed across 6 bi-weekly auctions, with USD 70 million allocated for each session. The January auctions are scheduled for the 6th and 20th, February auctions for the 3rd and 17th, and March auctions for the 3rd and 17th. The National Bank of Ethiopia said the regular publication of quarterly forex auction allocations is part of its broader strategy to maintain market stability, support importers and exporters, and enhance investor confidence. By keeping a structured and predictable auction schedule, the central bank aims to reduce market volatility and ensure orderly management of foreign currency amid Ethiopia's expanding economic activity. That's the news from ABC World, and a quick reminder of top stories now. Ethiopia and Azerbaijan push for bold defense industry development. And Ethiopia calls for adequate climate financing. Thank you so much for watching ABC World, and see you.